All right, so now we tackled beauty. We got to tackle, there's a debate out there about skincare that a lot of people are talking about. We're going to head over to JD.
Yeah, you want your skin to look good, but you don't want to put it in danger, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about. So we know that the sun is bad for our skin, but now there's also studies that show us that a certain amount of vitamin D is really good for us, might even be required. Here to explain all about the vitamin D debate is dermatologist Dr. Jeanine Downie joining us. This is great because for our folks at home, they get a private consultation with a professional dermatologist. What is the story on vitamin D? First of all, why do we need it in the first place?
Okay, so it's an essential hormone that basically when the sunshine hits our skin, we produce vitamin D. But the reality is that the sunshine hitting our skin has produced 3.5 million skin cancers in the United States.
Right, all we hear is sunscreen,
alone.
don't go outside,
right.
Keep a hat on.
Right.
So are we getting enough vitamin D?
Well, it's very interesting. What they recommend, the International Institute of Medicine recommends that babies get 600 international units of vitamin D a day, that adults get somewhere around 1,000 international units of vitamin D a day, and you can, that's teenagers, and adults can get 2,000, IOMs of vitamin D a day. So how you get vitamin D without getting it from the sunshine.
Right, because we don't want to go out and bake in the sun all day. So you've got some alternate sources.
I have some alternate sources because 8,500 people, JD, last year died of melanoma alone, 8,500 people.
And a lot of that's preventable if we're careful with our skin.
Absolutely. Sunscreen has absolutely been shown to protect against skin cancer.
Okay.
So that's the bottom line.
So these are all safe sources.
Fishes, safe sources. Oily fishes like salmon and sardines. So I bought in some salmon to show you guys. Actually taking 1,000 international units if you're a teenager, 2,000 international units if you're an adult. Yogurt, milk, those are great sources. Cod liver oil.
I'm probably not going to dive into the cod liver oil.
Some people don't like the way it tastes.
I'll just have salmon. I'll just stick to the salmon. Okay.
And using sunscreen every day, like this product over here, very, very good. And I mean, I think the bottom line is that people don't understand that if they use these products every day, you're going to protect against a couple of things. They say there's a lower incidence of diabetes among people that are not vitamin D deficient. It supports and boosts your immune system, so you get less colds, which is why they think you get more colds during the winter months because the sun is at its weakest.
Less sun exposure, less vitamin D, more colds.
Exactly. So that's another thing. It actually, if you have a higher amount of vitamin D, then that decreases arterial wall stiffness, so you have a more fluid arterial wall, so less heart attacks.
Wow.
There's less multiple sclerosis with it. It protects bone health, so babies don't get rickets, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's huge. So you look at people that need vitamin D, babies, pregnant women, darker complected people, people that cover up all the time for religious purposes, or people that just don't find themselves outside a lot.
With the vitamin D supplement, I'm curious about the pills. Some supplements you need to take in conjunction with something else so that the body absorbs it. Is that an efficient source? Is that a fairly efficient source of vitamin D?
It is a fairly efficient source of vitamin D, and there are some, vitamins that are better than other vitamins, just like anything else. But the bottom line is that if you do these things, you're going to support your health better than if you don't. And then obviously the incidence of, they say, breast cancer, colon cancer, and lung cancer go down if you have adequate levels of vitamin D, but you can get them from food sources, because I don't want you to run around and wind up with the skin cancer.
Or have to take cod liver oil, which I don't want.
Not at all.
Dr. Downie, thank you so much. Great information from Dr. Downie. Get your vitamin D, folks, and cover up out there in the sun. We're going to take a break, but we'll be right back.